Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Let's dive into the story. Once upon a time, in a bustling city, nestled among towering buildings and the constant hum of traffic, there was a restaurant famous for its delectable cuisine and warm atmosphere. It was a place where families gathered, friends shared laughter, and colleagues enjoyed their breaks. But behind the scenes, beneath the surface of this seemingly perfect establishment, a different story unfolded. A story of dedication, betrayal, and the unexpected turns of fate. At the heart of this tale was a man named Daniel, an employee of the restaurant who embodied the essence of diligence and loyalty. For 5 long years, Daniel had been an integral part of the restaurant's team. His commitment was unwavering. His punctuality was exemplary. Not a single day had he graced in late. Not a single rule had he broken. His presence was a steady anchor in the ever-changing tides of the workplace. His colleagues admired him, the customers trusted him, and the management should have valued him. But amidst the chaos of the restaurant's daily operations, there was a man who saw Daniel merely as a number, a cog in the wheel of his business. His name was Mr. Harris, the owner of the restaurant. For him, it was all about profits, appearances, and maintaining a facade of success. He cared little for the struggles of his employees or the tales they had behind their tardiness. One fateful Monday morning, disaster struck. Storms lashed the city, disrupting the rhythm of daily life and throwing schedules into disarray. Buses were delayed, roads were treacherous, and the relentless rain seemed determined to dampen everyone's spirits. For Daniel, it was a nightmare scenario, but the dedicated employee that he was, he refused to let his responsibilities slip. Despite the raging storm outside, he set out for work. He braved the elements, enduring the heavy downpour, the howling wind, and the treacherous journey. His determination was unshakable. When he finally reached the restaurant, his clothes were drenched, his hair was plastered to his forehead, and his body shook with cold. But he wasn't deterred. He pushed open the door, his eyes shining with a mix of apology and explanation. But what he saw and heard next made his heart sink. The restaurant was bustling with activity. Employees were rushing around, preparing for the morning rush, their movements sharp and efficient. But amidst the organized chaos, there was Mr. Harris, his face a thundercloud, his eyes flashing with anger. And when he saw Daniel enter, his expression turned into a menacing scowl. 15 minutes late. Unacceptable, he boomed, his voice echoing through the restaurant. "You're fired," he declared, the words hanging in the air like a guillotine's shadow. The room fell silent, the clatter of dishes and the murmur of conversations replaced by the stunned silence of disbelief. Some workers lowered their heads, others exchanged nervous glances, but none dared to speak. The shock of Daniel's dismissal reverberated around them. Daniel's eyes widened in disbelief. He stammered, trying to explain the circumstances, the storm, the delays, his own efforts. But Mr. Harris wasn't interested. His decision was made, his authority asserted. He wanted to make an example out of Daniel, a spectacle of humiliation that would send a shiver down the spines of every employee. In front of his co-workers, Daniel was stripped of his dignity. With tears brimming in his eyes, he walked out of the restaurant, jobless, humiliated, and betrayed. The rain had stopped, but a storm raged within him. Days turned into weeks, hope faded into despair, and Daniel found himself at a crossroads. Bills piled up, his family's needs pressed, and his spirit waned. The man who had been the epitome of reliability was now grappling with the harsh realities of unemployment and disgrace. Meanwhile, Mr. Harris continued with his life, basking in his perceived superiority. He believed he had done the right thing, upheld discipline, and sent a strong message. But what he didn't realize was that life has its own ways of balancing the scales, of serving justice in its own mysterious ways. As the saying goes, what goes around, comes around. 1 month rolled by. Daniel had exhausted all his savings. His family's financial stability was under threat, and his self-respect had reached its breaking point. He had sent out resumes, endured countless interviews, and faced disheartening rejections. Just when all hope seemed lost, a glimmer of opportunity appeared on the horizon. Mrs. Peterson, a well-known local businesswoman, was opening a new bakery. She had heard about Daniel's situation and, remembering his stellar reputation, offered him a job. It wasn't just any job. It was a position of trust, responsibility, and growth, and Daniel, with his years of experience and unblemished record, was the perfect fit. Overjoyed, Daniel accepted the offer. It wasn't just a job for him, it was a second chance, a chance to rebuild his life, his dignity, and his career. He approached his new responsibilities with the same dedication and loyalty he had shown in his previous role. Meanwhile, Mr. Harris's restaurant was flourishing, or so it seemed. The aroma of his delectable dishes still drew in crowds, the laughter of satisfied customers still echoed within his walls. But beneath the surface, cracks had begun to appear. Then came the health department inspection, a routine check that could have been just another formality. But for Mr. Harris's restaurant, it turned into a catastrophe. The report was scathing, exposing a litany of violations that shocked both the management and the public. Expired food items, unsanitary conditions, and even rodent infestation were brought to light. News of the violations spread like wildfire. Rumors swirled, Customers were alienated and the restaurant's reputation plummeted. What was once a symbol of culinary excellence became synonymous with health hazards and poor practices. The tables had turned. The mighty Mr. Harris found himself in a position he never thought he'd be in, facing public ridicule, economic losses, and a tarnished legacy. As for Daniel, he flourished in his new venture. His bakery became a neighborhood favorite, known not only for its delicious offerings, but also for its impeccable hygiene standards and friendly service. His life had taken a positive turn, proving that integrity and perseverance can triumph over adversity. Time, as it often does, brought its own form of justice. Karma had a way of balancing the scales, reminding everyone that actions have consequences and humility is a virtue often overlooked. This tale isn't just a story of professional rivalry and revenge. It's a profound commentary on human nature. It underscores the importance of empathy, understanding, and the timeless wisdom that treating others with respect and dignity, even in the face of mistakes, is always the right path. In a world driven by ambition and power, it serves as a gentle reminder to stay grounded, to lead with compassion, and to remember that true success lies not just in profits and recognition, but in the values we uphold and the respect we earn. So friends, as you navigate the complexities of life, hold on to these values. Let this story be a guiding light reminding you to be the change you wish to see in the world, to treat others the way you want to be treated, and to always believe in the inherent goodness of humanity. And with that, our story comes to an end. We hope you enjoyed this tale as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. If it touched your heart, if it made you think, don't forget to show your support. Hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share this story with those who might need to hear its valuable lessons before we part ways. Here's your reminder for the day. Don't judge a person by their mistakes. Everyone deserves a chance to explain and be understood. Until next time, keep living a life filled with kindness, empathy, and understanding. Let's make the world a better place together.